It's early December in Galveston, Texas, and something very odd is going on. It's Galveston's annual Dickens Festival. Charles Dickens, of Scrooge fame. Though everyone's welcome. Steampunk, Vikings, tall ladies in white, pirates, and sharks, Father Time, and this lady. But the festival's focus is on Victorian England, and most of the attendees have dressed the part. In fact, if you're not dressed up, then you're the odd man out.
Oh, I knew they were nice.
If you didn't bring a costume, then you can always buy one. Or a hat. Almost anything, in fact. Props are most welcome. And worthy causes.
And then you're just screaming votes for women. And
there's plenty of Dickinsonian cuisine, with a modern twist. And there's music on almost every corner, in case you feel like breaking out some moves. But if you're looking for a real-life Victorian adventure, head over to the harbor. The Alyssa is one of the oldest sailing ships still in operation, built in 1877. The Alyssa's heart and soul is her captain, Mark Sabinico, and Sarah, one of Alyssa's quartermasters. For most of the year, the Alyssa is an open-air museum. She's accurate in every detail.
Ready to fire!
Almost. And she'll stop at nothing to make the festival a success.
Did you get one?
Alternate, going up. Non-climbers, loose my missing staysail.
But you need more than a mustache to become an Alyssa volunteer. To qualify as a sailor takes 11 months training, learning which of the Alyssa's 180 ropes to pull, how to safely climb the rigging, and keep the Alyssa in fighting trim. So what would make someone join a tall ship's crew? For some, it's their shipmates.
So this is probably the most amazing community that I've ever had the opportunity to be involved with. They are incredible friends, they're wonderful people. Any of them could call me at 3 o'clock in the morning and I would help them move their furniture out of their house, and I could call any of them for the same. You've never met a more kind, caring group of people that is willing to look out for each other and take care of each other as this group is. And they are dedicated to the core, to each other, and to the ship and to the program.
For others, it's the call to adventure.
I think it's human nature. I think humans want to challenge themselves. They want to see where they can take themselves. How can I grow any further from where I am if I can't see how far I'm willing to take it?
After all these years, Mark should be able to spot a future sailor.
So you would never guess the personality of a successful volunteer because you can never tell. On average, the person that I think that shows up gung-ho to sail Alyssa, that's going to be the best sailor we've ever recruited, quits within 2 weeks. And the person who shows up that you think could never figure it out, would never be able to tie a knot, would never have the strength to climb in the rigging, winds up being the best sailor you've ever seen. So I stop trying to guess, and I just wait and see who can do the work.
Set your lower topsail!
There is one thing that Mark loves more than the Alyssa. Sarah.
She is dedicated and passionate and skilled. She sews her own clothing, she works in the rigging. She's one of the finest mariners I've ever known. She puts her heart and her all into everything that she does. And she puts up with me, which is probably the greatest quality that you can have. She gets me, and we get each other, and we can handle anything together. And she's incredibly kind, a very warming, welcoming person. She wants to help, she wants to sacrifice herself for others endlessly. She's just a great person all around.
They met on the Alyssa. Sarah fell in love with sailing.
I'm gonna tell Michael hold. You just keep pulling.
And eventually with Mark.
It led to us sharing a passion for traditional sail and for each other. Oh, and we got married.
On the Alyssa, of course. The festival's almost over. There's just one more big event. The Victorian Bed Races. Every year the Alyssa puts on a team. And this year, Mark is determined to win. The race is 2 blocks long. Halfway through, they have to stop, run around the bed, swap bedclothes, and continue. The competition's pretty stiff.
Let's do this.
And so, apparently, is the Alyssa crew. But before they start, the obligatory fundraising.
Donations for Alyssa!
Keeping a tall ship afloat is not cheap.
Oldest tall ship in the world! Thank you!
And the crew, especially Sarah, will do almost anything to bring in a few more bucks.
3, 2, 1, go!
Because the beds are difficult to control, the start is staggered. Here they come.
Come on, muffins!
Very honest team, Alyssa.
Did they win?
Number 2, Team Alyssa!
I think they did. They get to be part of an extraordinary community that most of us can only dream of.
If you never step on a tall ship, but you want to experience what that community is, find your community or find your tribe. Find the people that you can work with and be part of. Get out of your house and come join something that you can enjoy.